night, what does that look like, and doing a Q&A. We've also got one more video. We actually have a special message from Tim Tebow for you that we're going to show you at the very end. I want to know are there any other questions for the Babbitts? No other. Just ask away, sweet girl, wherever she is. What they are, listen, they are here and they're thinking about actually joining us that night. So we are really excited. They're looking to be in the bathroom attendants. So, all right. You know what? I got the crowns back there, buddy. I can hook you up there. They're right in my office. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming all this way today and staying. And anything you want to interject, please do. So just to let some of you guys know, this is our first night to shine. And I am not going to pretend about it. We being myself, Sarah White, Toby White, we are working really hard. But every day something comes up where we go, we didn't think about that. And we're not going to hide from that. We're not going to hide from that. We're telling you, and I believe good leadership asks for help and listens for help. And so when I say to you, we didn't really think about that, just know you highlighting that to us helps us to think through and plan better. And so there are some things that we are overlooking, some processes that we have not put in place. We are kind of learning as we go, because it is more than just an event. What we're doing is, number one, we want to highlight to Central Vermont the beauty of our special needs population and how valuable they are in our community. And that's not just our church community, but as a church, we want to highlight and let special needs community know that this church loves them. And this is a place for them to belong. We don't have everything figured out here, but this is a place for those families, those individuals to belong, those caregivers, they belong here. And so we are just so bear with us, and as we're going to walk you through what the night looks like, and we're going to talk through some stuff. So I'm going to ask Sarah. She's helped me get lunch all prepared, and you got your own microphone.
Woo!
Yeah.
I don't need one. I can holler at boys.
That's right.
So whatever your name is, stop it.
Which one?
Right?
Which one?
So
All
it
right.
goes in a large family, right, Kathleen? There you go. Right? Big family.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're at volunteer overview, and first thing I want to talk about is dress, because that seems to be the big question. So volunteers, we want you to dress nice. If you can't afford a tux, you can't afford a new dress, great, that's okay. So men, if you are a buddy and you're on the dance floor, okay, we want you to dress as nice as you can. I'm going to wear a suit, shirt, tie, coat, pants, the whole caboodle with nice shoes, not boots from LL Bean, okay? I am going to, that's just me. If you don't have a suit, but you that's fine, but just we want you to dress nice. So if you're on the dance floor, you're a buddy, we want you to dress nice. Everyone else, and ladies, if you're a buddy, pants or a dress, either one you're more comfortable with. Okay, just think to yourself, think I'm going on a really nice dinner to Jay Morgan's. That's how we want everybody to think. Okay, if you are everyone else, pants and a nice shirt, dress and a nice shirt, sweaters are fine. There's going to be a particular crew of people who are going to be outside a portion of the night, if not a lot. We'll talk about some of those in a minute. You guys, you know what? It's kind of fair game for you guys. So the most important thing I want you to do is just stay warm. That's the most important thing. Right now, we're 2 weeks out, and we can already look at the Weather Channel, and they're predicting about 2 to 6 inches of snow.
Of course.
Yep. And And they are predicting the high is like 23 and the low is like 8, I think, is what I last saw this morning. So we know how February goes. So guys, if you are outside, particularly you guys that are doing parking, just stay warm. Okay, that's the plan. So security, this is kind of a joke and kind of not a joke. So I'm going to deliver some good news and I'm going to deliver some bad news. Just a minute. Part of our bad news is that we are down to our last remaining about $2,000 that we need to raise, and we had to make a cut this week, and that cut is that we cut the police department out. We have to provide security. That's mandated by Tim Tebow, and so we just so happen to have here at Faith Community Church a professional bouncer. He actually works security for a very well-known celebrity who has several homes in Stowe. And every time they come to Stowe, he puts together security detail, trains them, and they do security. So he is going to lead security as well as a couple of other guys here at our church. And the first thing they asked was, can we wear really tight shirts and sunglasses? And we said, absolutely, absolutely. Have your hair gelled, got the earpiece, do it. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, except for John Pellegrini. John's waved on that. If he does it, though, we're getting pictures. I don't need to know, Becky. I don't need to know. That's too much for me. Too much for me. I'm going to go watch the video again and cry and get that image out of my head. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so are there any questions real quick about dress? Any questions? Okay. All right.
Can I add something?
Yes.
So one of the things, ladies, just be cautious of necklines, hemlines, things like that, just so that we, are respectful to a variety of dressing styles, and that you're comfortable, and that you don't have to. We call those fussy clothes at our house. That you can just be you can have a good time and not have to worry about those kinds of things.
Fantastic.
If it's snowing and say, is there somewhere where boots that we can store them?
Yes. So as you come into the Elks, they have a full coat room, and when I've gone there for events in February, I usually bring my nice shoes, and then I hang up my coat, put my boots there, and then just change shoes over. I would just be thoughtful of that. I think in any, there's probably going to be close to 200 people there. I think in any public venue, right, we assume the best, and also just be thoughtful about that. So my guess would be, you shouldn't need any money or ID or any of those kinds of things. So if possible, just leave those things or plan to carry them with you in kind of a secure way.
Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think that there's a variety of styles. I think just with that thoughtfulness that we're modeling, appropriate dress, and so making sure that it, I would say somewhere around a knee line would probably be good for short, and then, whatever formal long attire someone's comfortable in.
Any other questions? All right. Okay. So I'm going to give you really good news, and I'm going to give you a little bit of bad news, but we're not worried about it. Okay? All right. So which one do you want? Bad news or good news first? Okay, bad news is that I'm with you. I like good news in the end. That's how I think. All right, bad news is, like I said, financially, we are down to about our last $2,000 to $2,500 that we've got to raise. And Lori Gola is somewhere, has been beating the bushes. And the Lions Club has contributed. Tell me some people that you've gotten to contribute.
I'm not certain because the checks were mailed to you folks.
Yeah.
So I'm not certain. I know Robbie and the members of Managed Credit Union. And a lot of places were willing to give gift certificates,
Mhm.
but for a silent
So we are collecting items for the gift bags. We have gotten a couple of things from Blue Cross Blue Shield. Kenny Drug has given us some stress squeezer balls. I think Nissan's given us pins, chapstick. I give chapstick and bandanas. We're getting, what are they called?
They're called
Buffs? Really?
Yeah. bucks.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, Survivor, yeah. Oh, that is what you're. How did you know that, Bonnie? I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. She is, right? I'm a survivor. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So we are still collecting things for the gift bags. Right now, we are mandated to have a limo ride for all the participants. But we're in Vermont, and there's a couple of limo companies, and one of them exists year-round, and they will not drive to Barre in February with the stretch limousine. And so we called the Tim Tebow Foundation and said, what if we did a sleigh ride? And so the Kingdom Horse-Drawn Carriage is bringing a horse-drawn carriage sleigh ride for us. So for all of our participants, they'll just take a quick trip around the block and come back. And so that's our biggest expense right now, and that's going to be about $1,300. So and so that's where we're short, and we got to pay EMS personnel, and that's going to be about $372. And then the rest of the expenses, I think the flowers are finally covered, and we've got a lot of little things, like we need to buy glow sticks and the stuff. We've got to get those donated or bought. And some of this money coming in can certainly go to that. We've got to make lanyards. That's part of it. We've got everybody who's coming in is getting a lanyard to wear. So everybody's kind of got an ID. There's a lot of little things like that. Balloons. Hillary mentioned she's got some balloons. So we've got a few little things. So that's kind of the bad news. But here's the good news, okay? The good news is our budget was around $10,800. And the rest of that's been donated. Now, here's the other side of the good news. And you were there. You heard it. Because Kurt was shocked. Matt Curtis says, get donations. We'll cover it. Okay? So that means Faith Community Church.
Worse than that.
Okay, so that being said, we everything is booked. We're okay, but we want to fundraise as much as we can, and God has provided everything possible. We are cutting some corners, like with security, decorations is another one. Barry Elks is letting us have use of any of all their decorations. And so we're not putting a whole lot, if any, money toward decorations. We're just going to use what they've got. Yes, ma'am.
I do a lot of fundraising, and I know for a fact that Rubber Bubbles usually would do a $20 gift card, but they might also donate decorations if you need anything.
If you will do me a favor and see Lori Gola, she's right back there. Gus is right there. See Lori. They're taking off our. Yes, ma'am.
There's always hope, and that's what we're holding on to.
Yep.
I have two people that have volunteered to help next week. One is Karen Ottoman, the other one is Sydney Upbeck, Rebecca Surge. So they'll join, we'll all join and go in different directions, and we'll bombard this area, the areas, especially Montpelier.
Ooh.
And Capital Candy is going to donate financially, and they are donating stuff for gift bags, for the gift bags as well. That's really good news. And we've also approached a couple banks. So Lord's going to provide. He already has. He's not going to let us down. We've gotten this far. All right. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to turn on your imagination. I'm going to need your help. Okay? So just be ready. So I want you to turn on your imagination. Okay? First and foremost, as you're doing that, turn to the schedule for the day. Okay. If you are on the setup team, turn your imagination on. We are going to meet at 9 a.m. at the Barre Elks Lodge. So if you signed up over here, if you signed up on a setup team, we need you at Barre Elks by 9 o'clock. Now, I'm anticipating we will be done by noon. I really don't think we're gonna be there that long, because Barre Elks Lodge is every time we ask a question, they're like, well, we could do that, and we could do that. And so they may have a bulk of the tables and chairs set up. So we really may be there just to decorate, hang the banners, set up the red carpet and that whole thing, but it may not be as much as we anticipate. So plan on being there from 9 to 12. And there are several of my high school students that I tutor. They're gonna be there as well. So we should have plenty of people to help with setup. Now, before we go through the night, let's fast forward to takedown, because this one's going to be the hard part. After the prom is over at 9 p.m. sharp. When the prom is over, the Barre Elks Lodge, because they've donated the space, the next morning is the Vermont Fish and Game Gun Show. And so we have told them we will set up their tables and chairs for them. They just have to be there to tell us what to do. And so if you are setting up, or if you're on takedown, just a heads up, we're not only going to clean everything up, but we need you to stay and help us put the chairs and tables up. Okay? And I greatly appreciate you doing that. So I would anticipate being at the Barre Elks Lodge till at least 11 p.m. And so just kind of put that in your calendar. And it may be later, but I really don't think it will. Takedown's usually really quick. And with a lot of us helping out, and a lot more will help out. We're all going to pitch in and do it. So, all right. So go back. 9 a.m. We'll set up. We'll decorate. 4 p.m. we need volunteers to arrive, and that includes buddies. Sarah is in charge of everything that's registration. So we are going to set up the registration table. I don't have a floor plan, and I didn't try to draw one because y'all would pick on me about it. But if you walked into the Barre Elks Club, the registration table is going to be on the far right wall. So in the far right wall. So when you come in, we need you to...
Chris, are we going to use the handicap accessible entrance?
Yes.
Okay, so this is not the entrance that faces the library. This is the entrance that's between the two buildings. That's what we're going to have the main entrance be for the night. There's an elevator right there that goes all the way up through their buildings, so that way accessibility does not separate the group in any way.
And you'll see the banner is going to block off that front door. So you won't have any other option but to go in that side door. So you'll walk in that side door, take the elevator up, turn right, and there's going to be the registration table, and you're going to look for Sarah and her team. There, when you come in, she's going to run through your form. She's going to give you a lanyard, and their team will tell you where to go. Now, chances are you might hang around for a little bit. So, they will give you instructions.
So that entrance we're using, if I'm looking at the main entrance, is it to the right?
It's to the right.
Because it sits on the corner. The building sits on the corner, so if you're looking at the main entrance, you're going to go to the left corner of the building. It kind of looks like an alleyway, but it actually goes all the way around, and there's a clear entrance right there.
Right. It's between Browns and the...
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. We're still working on your parking right now. I've got, for volunteer parking, we haven't got that figured out. We just figured out this week how we're going to park all of our guests and their caregivers and families. So the volunteer parking is what we've got to figure out. Okay, here's the bad news. All right, bad news is we do not have enough money to feed you dinner, to feed all of you dinner. So when you come at 4, please eat something heavy. If you want to, in your teams, come up with a plan for you guys to bring snacks for each other, that's perfectly okay. Okay? That was another cut that we just had to make. We just couldn't go any further. Now, the good news is, if we have food left over after dinner, you guys eat the food the guests and the buddies and the caregivers would eat, okay? I am sorry. I know that is rude. I'm a Southerner, and that is bad hospitality on my part, right? We should always have a frozen pie somewhere in the freezer and just, but we are, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, call Judy. But I appreciate your willingness to kind of bend that way. It's just what we have to do right now. We've discussed some of the fixes. No, they have, Campo Divino has donated, or excuse me, Barre Elks Club has gotten a $1,000 grant for Campo Divino to cook a meal for the buddies, the guests, and the caregivers and families. And so they're doing ravioli, roast beef, a salad, a roll, tea, coffee, water. Yeah, if you're a buddy, you get to eat. But unfortunately, it was just a. And next year we'll have it figured out. Next year we'll have it figured out. So 4:00 you're going to come in. You're going to check in with Sarah. She's going to get you all registered, okay? And she'll have a team, and they'll sit there, and they'll tell you what to do, where to go. Okay. Now, at 5 p.m. This is another good piece of good news. All right. So at 5 p.m. Downstairs in the bathrooms, they have these bathrooms that look like actors' trailers where they get their makeup done, and it's old. It's really old. It's really neat. Downstairs, there's going to be hair, makeup artists, and the grooming section will start at 5 p.m.
Hey, Chris,
Yeah.
you don't know this yet.
What?
I told you we're flying by the seat of our pants. We really are, but it's all good.
Okay.
So the salon in Montpelier, Do or Die, they have donated, they are closing their salon at 3 o'clock to the general public, and from 3 to 5, they are offering full prom hair, free of charge to registered
Cha-ching!
guests.
That's awesome,
Right,
man.
good. So,
Crazy.
any registered guest can call the salon directly and get on their schedule. They can't take walk-ins. It's no different than like a standard prom, but they're going to do that. So if someone, we're really going to try to spread the word among guests. If you have a guest, please make sure people know this because I don't want anybody to be left out. So they'll take the first, as many as they can, from 3 to 5. Folks that don't want to do that or just aren't interested can come at 5, and Amy Young from the Carriage House Salon, who is wonderful and lives here in Barre, she's going to do hair and makeup, little touch-up things. So maybe a little bobby pin, maybe a little curl touch-up, hairspray, but just finishing touches. So if someone wants the full shebang,
Awesome.
Do or Die's got it. Their whole salon, I think there's 5 or 6 of them there. They're all gonna do the whole thing.
And we have not announced that. to
We
our
have not.
guests.
It just kind of came through the end of the week. So
So if you know of a
you're
guest,
first to know.
you tell them today. Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna say, Linda Lou and Allie are also doing makeup.
Oh, excellent.
Makeup,
Thank you.
so they're gonna be there.
So you will
Perfect.
go downstairs. Right after you register, you're going to go downstairs and hang out.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it great? I know,
Holy
right?
cow.
I know.
All right.
It's really
So 5 o'clock, they're getting their hair, grooming, all that kind of stuff. 5:45, registration for guests begin. If you're a floater, if you are a dance floor, and if you're a buddy, we need you lined up at the entranceway at the top of the stairs by 5:45 on the dot. You have to be lined up because as they come in, you guys are a cheering squad. And we want you to cheer them on. Hey, man, you look beautiful. High five them. Man, look at you, Mr. Stud. Right, we want you to be as cheerful and as welcoming as absolutely possible. Because they're going to come in that side door, they're going to go right up the stairs, and we want their first impression to be that of joy and fun. And man, we're glad that you're here. Now, I skipped over something. So Casey was telling me, let me back up again. So Casey Northrup is running our parking for the night. The city of Barre is letting us have the parking lot behind the Opera House. And one of the reasons we're using that side door is so that cars can just pull in and they can just walk right to the door. So Casey is going to run a valet service for all those families, because all the families need to go with the guest, and caregivers need to go with the guest up the stairs to register. So Casey's going to need about 8 people on his team that will valet cars. And if you want to do that, you see Casey. We got a whole process worked out. This week, every one of our guests is going to receive in their email a printable VIP pass. They are to take that pass and put it on the dash of their car. So when they come in, Casey's gonna take the pass. They're gonna have their name written on it. We're not gonna print their name on it. They're gonna write their name, and he can match the key to the VIP pass.
Woo, that's high class.
Right. That's a big deal. The other thing is we're thinking first impression, right? Yeah, I know, man. Don't lose keys. Don't lose keys.
6
Or you're
inches
gonna
of
have to
snow.
buy a lot of cars in like short time. Hey, I lost yours. Here's the other thing. Talk about first impressions that we need volunteers for. I need some volunteers that are willing to stand outside for about an hour, from 5 p.m. to say 6:15. Okay, about an hour and 15 minutes, because I'd like some volunteers. I think I need about 6 of you guys to stand outside in the town square in front of the statue and line in the street to the Barre Elks Club with signs, glow sticks, dancing around, honk if you're here for Night to Shine.
I think Spalding students should do that.
Right? And listen, man, you see them coming with their VIP pass in the car, you're cheering them on, okay? And then we have somebody that will usher them to the side door, and then they'll pull the car around and take it to the parking lot and park it valet. Okay? So just imagine in your head for a minute, if you're coming down Main Street in Barre and you're coming for a Night to Shine, and there's people standing at the statue, Sam and my son and my wife's like, that's our spot first. So there's 2. They're gonna just imagine you're holding up posters, rooting them on, and listen, I could cry. It's gonna be sweet.
That would be a really cool thing to check and see if the football team or the basketball team would do.
So we've contacted, I've got one more contact to make, the Vermont Ravens, but I've contacted Norwich about cadets, and I think we got 1. Is that person here? Okay, so I think we might have 1, but I don't know. All right, so they will come up the stairs. They're going to walk through the receiving line. Everybody's cheering for them, high-fiving them, and we're glad you're here. They're going to go and they're going to turn right, and they're going to go see Sarah. And Sarah and her team are going to register them. And at that point, if you're a buddy, you're going to go and you're going to find your person. And Sarah's going to help you make that connection. So I guess you're going to give them the card. Okay? So Sarah's going to give the connection. And when you're a buddy, you're gonna meet the caregiver, meet the family. They may want to exchange cell phone numbers with you. If you're comfortable with that, great. If you're not, just say, you know what? You're going to be upstairs. I will come get you if you're needed. Okay? So just approach that in a kind way. But they may want to text you and just someone may want to talk. And we're hoping that's not going to happen. And I'm going to tell you why. Because at that moment, the caregiver or the parent are out of the picture unless there's a need. And they're going to go upstairs, and Miss Ellen Light is going to run the respite room. And upstairs in the balcony of the Barre Elks, it's flat. They're going to have food. There's going to be tables and chairs, and they can go upstairs and they can watch the dance out of sight of their children or their clients. So I don't think that's going to be needed, and that's intentional. We did that. We were going to use the bar area downstairs, but we decided, man, that would be the better thing because they could stand there themselves and take pictures, and it just puts immediate access. Okay, and so there's going to be a respite area. Parents will go upstairs. They'll have dinner, and they're going to stay up there till roughly 8:45. So if you're a buddy, you're going to get your guest. You're going to take them. And then Hillary is going to be on the opposite side of the room, and we're going to have a red carpet area with a step and see. You guys know what a step and see is, right? So a step and see is with a nice backdrop. There's a red carpet. If you watch the Grammys this week, they're walking on a step and see, and they'll step and see. Step and see. So they're going to walk through as celebrities, and we're going to have the paparazzi, and all of Hillary's crew is going to be there taking pictures and cheering them on, okay? And just tell them, man, you look beautiful tonight. I can't wait to dance with you. It's going to be great, okay? And we're going to cheer them on. They can go back to the step and see at any point in the night. We're not going to take it down until we're absolutely done. Matter of fact, Hillary's got a way to turn that into, if they want still pictures, like nice prom pictures, she's going to transition that at some point in the night.
And it can be for everyone too, even volunteers.
Yeah.
So Hillary had a great idea of even if a family wanted to have a picture to commemorate the evening, that's pretty cool. So.
Yes, sir.
I've never been to one of these things, but you're acting like it's all going to be girls and women. Is it going to be guys that are?
Yes.
need of-
Yes.
We're about a 50, almost exactly 50% split. So we're like 24, 26 each. So it's an even split right now.
So you need volunteers for guys too.
Yes.
We
Yes.
need men. And we don't care if you can dance or not. So I can't dance. Can the whites dance?
No.
So we don't care.
I like to dance.
Well, come on.
If you're a floater or the dance floor, you won't have a buddy per se then, would you?
No,
Okay.
you will not. So your job as a floater is to fill in a gap. Okay? If your job for the whole night, if you see that they're short on food service, then your job is to fill in that gap. If you see that somebody doesn't have a dance partner, you become that dance partner. You float, and just wherever you see something, if something needs to be cleaned up and spilled, you clean it up and spill it. I mean, you clean it up. You clean it up. Yeah. So I got it all. It's all. Yeah. So there is your job as a floater is to float. If your dance floor, your number one job is to keep the party going. And so if you see somebody sitting down not wanting to dance, you go over there and encourage them and maybe just dance next to them. Do something to kind of get them back on the dance floor and have fun. And really your job is to help the buddy. Your job is also to really help the buddy if you're on the dance floor. After they do pictures, they're going to sit down. Dinner is going to be 30 minutes. Here's why. Essex told us that their part at their night to shine that they don't really sit down and eat because they're so excited. So we're putting a 30-minute meal down just to kind of give some. Okay, we're gonna sit and breathe and we're gonna eat. But realistically, after about 30 minutes, they're gonna be ready to go. And so they're gonna probably come back and forth and nibble throughout the night. In the lobby of the Barre Elks, the reason why we're closing off that front lobby, another reason is we're going to put karaoke in the front lobby. And so, what's the lady's name who's providing karaoke? You remember? Sherry. Yeah, Sherry's Jubilee. So the bathrooms are in the front lobby, and we're going to put her out there so that way there's some kind of barrier to the music. And so at any point in the night, they can go do pictures, they can go to karaoke, they can dance, they can eat, and they can take the horse-drawn carriage ride. Okay? So those are the activities. Now, right at around 8:30, I've watched the video today. We got a video this morning from Tim Tebow. It's the video where he is going to crown everybody king and queen of the prom. It will make you cry. It is really, really, really sweet. And so we will turn everybody's attention toward that video. If you're a buddy, your job is to get the crowns. Your job is to go get the crown and be standing next to them before he says crown them. And then when he says it, your job is to put the crown on their heads. Okay? and then we all celebrate and dance. Now, after we crown them, we'll probably have one or two more dances. I don't care what volunteer position you got. We want everybody on the dance floor. Okay? We want to end the night, everybody on the dance floor, partying. Nothing else matters at that point. Okay? So everybody on the dance floor, have some fun, dance. At around 8:45, buddies are going to go get the gift bags. Caregivers will begin to come down from upstairs. The buddies will take the guests to their parents or caregivers. They will give them the gift bags. They will help them with their jackets and maybe help them with their boots. And then at 9 o'clock, everyone is out the door. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so.
Chris?
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
You gotta ask the caregivers to come down and dance for the last couple of dances?
That's a good question. We might. The whole goal of the respite room is to give them a breather. Yes, Miss Ellen.
So in Essex, what very often happens is that the parents want to come down for the crowning ceremony, because they want to be there to see their child or person get crowned and maybe take a picture or whatever. So lots of times what happens is the respite room kind of becomes an empty shell there, and all the parents come down to the dance floor at that point.
Okay.
Is that something that we
Yeah,
are going to discourage,
Oh,
encourage?
no.
I think we do that.
Yeah, yeah, encourage. I think
Yeah.
it sounds like a great moment for families.
So then they're there, we'll just dance,
Right.
right? It's a great idea. Yes, sir.
With the cars, going to get the cars, that's gonna take some time to get back and forth for, parking and stuff.
Mhm.
Well, that's a good point.
With everybody.
Talk to Casey.
Maybe all those bunnies then put their
Yeah.
boots on and run and get their car.
Yeah. Actually, one of the things I haven't done, I need to do, is to talk to you guys about your parking and seeing if our volunteers can park there. Because we're not going to be able to park anywhere else. And we want to keep that lane open going through the driveway. I'll tell you another area that might be filled in outside, and I think Travis Pierce said he would do it. I got to talk to Brody, but we got to keep walkways outside clean. Part of the reason we're also moving to that side door is because a few weeks when we did a walkthrough, the city did not clean off the sidewalks adequately, and the snowpack between the sidewalk and the curb was about this high. And so it just was not, like instantly knew, we can't do that.
No.
If you are a buddy and your guest needs a breather, we have what's called a respite room for them. It's going to be upstairs, and we'll show you. It'll be upstairs, and instead of going and seeing the respite room for the caregivers and families, it will be the main office. They have a conference room area that's real quiet, right on the other side of the wall from where parents and caregivers will be. In that room, we'll have a variety of things. So our church has a sensory room for those who are somewhere on the autism spectrum, and you can go see it. It's over on the right. It's the glass room in the lobby. We will probably take some of the things out of there and just leave them on the table. Probably put some cards out. Something that if you're a buddy and man, you're just seeing this is too much, take them upstairs. Play a few card games with them, just rest and relax. And if they're ready to go back, take them back. And then when they're not, they want to stay right there, keep them right there. You do certainly want to encourage them to get out there.
They shouldn't be alone.
No.
No, they should not be alone with them.
You gotta round up something like a floater.
Yeah, and they have to take a floater with
Yeah,
you.
good point.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you thought about how it's going to work with someone in a wheelchair to get on this day?
It's a great question.
It's a great question.
I was just, how you ran your We have folks with wheelchairs and
I was gonna say we got Randy back there. And hey, we got Ron Bonach. We could, I'm just saying. We'll buy you some lidocaine patches if you get sore. No, that's something we need to think about. That's something we need to think about.
I know sometimes when the bus goes down, the ramps on the buses,
Mhm.
you have more empty people pick up the wheelchair and put on the bus.
Mhm.
I'm willing to let that company have a ramp of some sort. I'm sure that they will provide.
I'm going to ask him. That's a great idea.
I'm sure that they have people that are in.
Mhm. So, any other questions before we talk about 125, before we talk about specific responsibilities? Okay. So, John's not here today, but Becky's husband, John Pellegrini, is doing all of our background checks. If you have submitted a form, we are going to submit that to a background check. You don't have to pay for that. That is something we have to provide that according to the Tim Tebow Foundation. And so John is doing background checks. So if you have not submitted a form, please do so. It literally takes seconds, but we want to go ahead and get them done and just have them on file. If you are not a part of Faith Community Church, I want you to hear me what I'm going to say. We're going to throw away your registration form and your background check when we're done. Okay? It's going to go in the garbage outside. If you are a part of Faith Community Church, we're going to keep it because we do all background checks on anybody who works in the children's ministry, and that includes our student ministry. So those background checks are good, I think, for 2 to 3 years, Becky? Yeah. So we keep them so that we can, at some point, use them again if we need to. Yes, ma'am.
I have to ask a question that you may be going to address in a minute.
Okay.
I have to go to a baby shower. I'm just, you talk about the gift bags and you have to make lanyards and stuff like that. Are you planning on like a work fee?
Yes.
Or is the youth group going to do that? Do you have a plan for that? Because making 80 gift bags is a little daunting.
No, yeah, no.
About that.
I'm there. No, I've already gotten there.
Okay.
So, yes, the answer to that is yes. Once we get everything in, probably the week of the prom, I'm going to put a call out there if we can get several people here. My plan is to do that the week of the prom. And then even maybe the day before, or maybe even if I can't get anybody to come do it, the setup team helps me do it on that Friday morning. So I've kind of got some fallback plans. What I'm doing, the reason we're not doing it today is because I want to get everything in, and I just want to do it all at once. We do have the bags. They are light blue with white lettering. They're beautiful. Sam, do me a favor. Can you go get me a bag and a crown and a tiara? You can even wear the crown. Wear the crown in if you
Well,
want
look
to.
at that. Look at that.
Yes, ma'am.
If you do it earlier too, he can like figure out too, like, oh shoot, we're kind of missing this, let's go buy like packages of gum or something.
Right.
And you'll
Yeah.
have time.
Yeah, that's my plan. My goal is to have it done before that Friday so we could do that, before the 7th. But I'm waiting till that week because we got one more week that stuff's coming in, and that way we just do it all at one time. And there will be a time, I don't know if I told you this, I'm kind of putting on Sarah's team to put the crowns out and the bags out. So at that point in the night, they will put both those things on the table. And any other questions before we talk about responsibilities? Come on, Sam, you got them, bud? They're on the table. They're blue. They're Carolina blue.
Are you gonna have a schedule just out for people?
Yes, I am going to have a schedule. And this is your schedule, by the way. So, and we will have a schedule. We'll make sure that you have one when you get there as well. By the way, I made 40 copies of these. Who did not get a copy of this?
We made extras. We made extras.
You are golden. Thank you. So here is the king's crown.
Ooh.
And then let's show the tiaras off.
Oh, look at that. So funny.
Who? Yeah. And then here you go, Sarah. You are queen. You are queen. Let me have the bag, buddy. So those crowns were donated to us. We've ordered 70 crowns, I think 35 or 35, is that right? And we have 80 bags. So these are the bags they will get when they go home. I did not pick out this color. Thank you, Kurt. I would have. This is the official Night to Shine color scheme. Just saying. I know I can
It's
test.
suspicious, isn't it?
Isn't it? But I did not. I want to put
Especially
on.
when he said North Carolina.
That's right. Yeah. All right. Hold this, buddy. Okay. All right. Before we talk about individual responsibilities, anything else from your end? Do you have I know we said 4 o'clock. Is there a time you want your registration team to get there?
You know, this is new. This is new to our community. Our community has not seen anything like this. They don't know anything like this. So we don't necessarily have the volunteer base that we may have next year or the year after. So if you can come at 4 and be flexible, I would love to shift you around based on what our need is. And then we can just sort of roll from one right to the other. So I know there's no school that Friday. So if you work for school, you have a students, it'd be great if you can come. Oh, we have JROTC students coming from Spalding as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Are they coming in uniform?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't have that
They'd be
detail
great
covered
buddies.
yet. They probably will come in uniform. They generally do, but they're working on that. Oh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Whose part is that being covered?
Yes. So I have sent out a press release to all the TV networks that cover Vermont. I have sent out a press release to the Times-Argus. The Times-Argus did a small newspaper article on us, and it's in my office. I should have brought that out. They did a small newspaper article about this event. I'm anticipating them coming and taking pictures and doing stuff. I'm going to resend those press releases this week because we want the media exposure. I'm going to expect that because Essex is having theirs right off the interstate in Burlington, right there next to the hospital, that they're just going to go to theirs. But I'm going to send it out anyway because they need to know there's multiple Night to Shines that are taking place. So
This is the first in Barre. Make that a point, first.
It is. So there are 700 Night to Shines around the world, and we are number 685.
Yes.
All on the same night. Yeah. So that was part of the conversation early on, was like, can we do this when it's warmer? And so the lady is from Connecticut, and she was like, oh my gosh, no. So I was like, okay. Yeah. So, all right. So here's the thing. Be prepared. As she just said, you may come, you may be signed up for a team. You may get there, and she might have to move you around, or I might have to move you around, okay? Just be prepared for that. The one team I definitely need people on are buddies. I need buddies. So we have 52 registered. So I need at least 35 buddies, I think. At least 35 buddies, maybe 40. So we need buddies. So if you are on the paparazzi team and you're taking pictures, Hillary is your team leader. Our videographer is Elijah. He's sitting back there. We have one videographer. So if you want to help, if you've got a video camera and you want to help, Elijah is the team captain for that. You need to know if you are paparazzi, if you're photography or video, your job doesn't end on Friday night. You have the really difficult job of sending all of your pictures and videos to Tim Tebow Foundation first thing Saturday morning. And they have to go to them first thing. And so, if you are using your cell phone or your camera, we're asking you for permission to give all those pictures up, okay? Now, if you want to make copies of them, and that would be great too. I haven't talked to Elijah about this, but we'll need to definitely put a video together to show during church, and that kind of thing. So, but just know if you're doing pictures or videos Saturday morning, we need you. And Hillary and Elijah, they will get with you on figuring all that kind of stuff out. So red carpet. Right now we got Alex Wright and John Pellegrini. Hillary is going to be leading the red carpet because she's the photographer, and all the paparazzis are going to be there. You guys will essentially be there just to kind of help keep traffic flowing, and we may even announce their names. We've got a bullhorn here at church, but that might be too loud. Parking team. This is a critical team. See Casey Northrup if you want to help. Right now, he's the only one signed up for parking. So, there you go. Please see him. Guys, listen, in all seriousness, man, if you are on the parking team or you are a part of that team that's standing outside, like you are making the first and last impression to the whole night.
Yeah, absolutely.
So be cheerful, be exciting, man. Ask them, like they said, ask them, are you excited about the dance? And just like just get them pumped up about the night. The respite room team is Rebecca Pellegrini. Alex Wright's also signed up. Linda Wiley, Nina Witham, Ellen Light. Ellen is the leader of that team. Femi Oni, but we're going to move Femi because Femi can dance.
Woo!
So
Who knew?
he is not going to the respite room, and I might fight for that one. And Celeste has signed up for the respite room. Do what?
He's got a uniform.
Yeah, he's got a uniform too. That's a great idea.
We're making it all, we're deciding what he's doing. I love it.
Yeah. He's flying back in today, so
We'll just let him know.
we'll just let him know. So Miss Celeste Dominic's over here. You guys on the respite team, you need to see Ellen Light today before you walk out the room. Ellen's over here in the blue shirt. Social media photography, Misha Cambio. Misha, make sure you go meet with Hillary, and then I will talk to you about social media and getting access to the church's information on Facebook. Is that okay? Sweet. All right. Bathroom attendant, we really only need 2 people. You volunteered. Y'all cool with that? Okay. They're going to drive all the way from Londonderry to work. I know we do need buddies. So I know Rebecca Pelkey and Isabella Taylor signed up. They can help out. We might move.
Is it one bathroom for all?
No,
No.
male and female restroom.
And those bathrooms are in the lobby where the karaoke will be.
And there's
Right.
downstairs. There's downstairs.
And there's
too.
some
Larger
downstairs too.
Downstairs bathrooms are for volunteers and families or?
Yeah.
I think they have bathrooms on all 3 floors, and the elevator goes on all 3 floors. So there's a lot of
Just need to designate guest-only bathrooms.
guests only. Okay.
None of the volunteers go in for any reason.
Okay.
Just need to set one bathroom aside for that.
Okay.
So the setup team and the teardown team, not all of them are here, but we have plenty for that team. So if you don't want to come early and you don't want to stay late, you're good to go. But we do have plenty for both teams because, matter of fact, I literally have 4 students on Fridays that are going to come help me do this as well. So we are full for setup and teardown. The flower team, so Forget Me Not has given us a considerable cut off of boutonnieres and corsages. And so that day we're picking them up. We've ordered 70 just in case we have a few extra. And so mainly the flower team, their job is to work with you on getting a table and setting it up along the wall so that the buddies can take the corsage or the boutonniere and they can serve them to their client. This team, will be done early. And so they can easily float to somewhere else and help out. Safety, that team is full. Gift takeaway, gift registration, I am leaving that with the registration team. So if you're on this list, that's Miss Celeste, Kathleen Cambio, Linda Roberts, Ron Banache, Ann Merrill, Ray LeBlanc. Ray is one of our bodyguards, so we'll move him out. You guys, your goal is to help get the gift bags set up at the end of the night so the buddies could take them and give them to each of their guests. Okay? We walk through. I've got tear down. They're already full. I don't know why I have two of those. Floaters. I've already described floaters. Casey's on here, Alex Wright, Amanda Northrup, Dennis Roberts, Alan Hutchins, Deborah Bailey, Bonnie Pepin, Rhiannon Madison. Your job, like I said, your job's easy. There's really doesn't need to be a team captain. We just need you to fill in gaps.
Would you rather have me go and be a buddy?
Yeah, I need a buddy. I always need a buddy. So sign up to be a buddy. So if you're a floater, you're literally going to show up and we'll tell you what's needed during the night. Is that cool? All right. Easy. I'll let you come fix that. Activities, Gigi and Selah. So your role is to provide whatever Hillary needs or whatever, what's her name? Sherry needs. So if they need something, your goal is to get it for them. If they need tea, get them some tea. If they need, if you need help kind of ushering them through, you just kind of help usher them through. And Alex will be over there on the red carpet. He's already signed up to be on the red carpet. He'll be over there to help out too. But if you guys just float throughout the night, anything that they need, you got it covered. Coat check. All right, this is the big one because we're talking boots. That's Carol and Ron Banache, Selah Northrup, and Lori Gola. So where is the coat room? I didn't see it.
So if you,
Yeah. So where, not what, where.
so if you walk in the main entrance, it's directly to the left. If you go towards that, it's to the right, past the stairwell where we went downstairs. Big area.
Okay.
Lots of coats.
So coat check team, you guys will need to figure out. I tell you what, Ron, can I make you the leader of that team? If you'll come up with a system where you'll know whose coats is what, so the buddies can go and help them get their coats, and we just need to match the coat. I don't know if there's tickets or something. I've never used coat check before.
Me either.
So
Anybody? Like a ticket?
yeah.
A ticket? Yep. Yeah, we could probably do that. We could
That's a
have
great idea.
we could have guests put their ticket in their name tag pouch.
He said we got those here.
Got it. Great.
Okay. All right. Flower safety sensory team. Would you do that for me, Amanda? Would you lead that? So that's going to be just run the sensory room upstairs, if you don't mind. So that's Amanda Northrup and Linda Wiley. Alex Wright's also put his name on there. Willie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. Food prep and service. So right now I've got Linda, Lori, Kurt, Audrey Wright, and is this Nina? Nina, sorry, and Gigi, and we've got a few others. All right. You guys, if you can, Gus is on here too? Okay. So you're not cooking, but you're serving and cleaning up. So if you sign up for food prep, all night long, you're going to be delivering food to the table. I think we're doing it family style, and you will be cleaning the dishes up. Okay, and so that's going to be really your goal: serve the food, clean it up, be on, just wait and serve as a waiter or a waitress, we will need more volunteers for this. And if you can't, no harm, no foul, if you can wear a white top and black pants or white top, black dress, something along those lines would be great. Okay? What now? We're not doing grilled cheeses. That's Kurt and Deborah especially, and they rock it, by the way. You should have a Bailey grilled cheese. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so did anybody not sign in? If you did not sign in, would you raise your hand so I can make sure and get you? Okay. This is very informal. You did sign in? Oh, you signed all of you in? Who else? Oh, Celeste. All right. There. Anybody over here? Yep. Oh, I got you signed in. Yeah. So probably I'm seeing faces that we don't have teams assigned to. So before you leave today, please make sure you're on this list.
That would work.
Oh. And thank you, I must have a volunteer registration from you. If we don't have one of these, we will not be able to contact you with updates and send you things, and you'll be lost and you won't know, and then we'll miss the opportunity to work together. So please make sure that you have done a volunteer registration. Ellen is gathering those, so any person, even if you are the teenager or the child of someone who is going to be volunteering, please make sure we have one of these with your information on it.
Oh, I wanted to say too, Pastor, didn't you say that a bunch of us should bring food for the respite room?
Okay, so that was for the parents,
Right.
but we've managed to get that taken care of within the grant. Anything else? Yes, ma'am.
When I signed up last time, I signed up for 3 or 4 things because I thought that whatever you needed me to do, I could do that, but I didn't know if I can't do all 3 or 4
Sure.
things. So what is the most,
So
what do you need me the most?
it looks like food service, and I need buddies and parking. We need somebody that will go valet cars.
If you can drive a car, see Casey.
Yes. There was another. I saw Sam's hand. Sam, what you got, bud? Oh, thank you for saying that. JD Green is DJing Night to Shine for free. And this coming Wednesday.
Oh, JD.
Yeah. And this coming Wednesday, Sarah and I are going on his show to talk about the special needs community and Night to Shine. We actually just did his barbecue show, which was so much fun.
It was so
Yeah. Yeah.
So interesting thing, in Vermont, we do not have quite as nice of a disability service system as New Hampshire. And if you are an adult with a disability, even a significant one, you may not receive any funding for any services, any support services at all, unless you meet the state's funding priorities. So it can be very complicated for adults to get support, to get any kind of in-home support, even basic transportation assistance. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and that's another reason why it's really important that our churches have relationships with these folks.
Any other questions? Okay. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We are approaching 2 o'clock. And do you have any other questions for the Babbitts and Johnny and friends? Okay. So before we gather and pray, and I'm going to turn you loose and let you kind of finish signing up over here, please know I need buddies. And if you can serve as a buddy, or you know somebody who could serve as a buddy, we will still take them, and we are still taking donations, okay? But what I want to do right now is I want to share with you a special message from Tim Tebow. And so, Rebecca, it's all you.
What's up, guys? I'm Tim Tebow, and I just want to say thank you so much I appreciate you and your ministry more than you could possibly know. I am so grateful that you have chosen to partner with us, or more than partner with us, to love on people and to value people. You know, when we started Night to Shine a few years ago, we started in 44 locations, 26 states, and 3 countries, and we thought, man, God is so big. He's opening up so many doors. This is so cool. But then to be able to see how God opened more and more doors. And this year we're going to have over 700 locations in over 30 countries and have over 215,000 volunteers. And while those numbers, they're exciting because we want to reach every single person with love and the good news of the gospel. And we want every single kid with special needs to understand their value and their worth. We don't do it just for the numbers, we do it for the one. And why I want to make this video and say thank you to you is because you are going to affect the one. The one that God has for you, the one that is going to be your buddy, the one that you're going to cheer for on the red carpet, the one that you're going to crown as the king or the queen of the prom, the one that you're going to hug, the one that you're going to dance for. God is going to use you to change the one. And that one is waiting for you. That one needs you. God has designed you to meet that one that you're going to change their life. But probably God's going to use them to help change your life too. You know, at the Tim Tebow Foundation, we have some non-negotiables. And one of those non-negotiables is that everyone matters. No matter where they're from, no matter their background, no matter what they've done, they matter. Everyone matters. And why Night to Shine is so special is because we want to celebrate people, and specifically celebrate people with special needs. And why they have a red carpet, and why they get crowned as the king or the queen of the prom, because it signifies significance and worth, meaning, and value. But why do we value everyone? Because God puts a value on everyone. You see, He gave His best for everyone. And that includes every single person with special needs. And so I am so excited to see you celebrate every single person with special needs. On the red carpet, on the dance floor, crowning them king or queen of the prom. Because do you know what happens when a life realizes that it's valuable, that it's created in the image of God, that it is loved unconditionally, and it's good and it's bad, that it is loved, that He is loved, that she is loved. Everything changes. Everything changes. And guys, we get to bring that love, God's love, to the world. And you are a conduit of that. You get to bring God's love. And I'm so grateful that you're doing that through Night to Shine. That you're saying, yes, I'm willing to give of my time, my energy, my resources, and I'm ready to affect the one. But I believe God has someone for you, because you're going to affect their life and they're going to affect yours. And I'm grateful that you said yes. And together, I really believe we're going to change a lot of lives. So thank you for saying yes, guys. God bless you.
And on behalf of Faith Community Church, on behalf of all of Central Vermont, I also say thank you. Thank you guys for stepping up to the plate, and thank you for giving and sacrificing so much to make this night so incredibly special and pointing other people to Jesus.
Yeah. Is this going to be fun? This is
Yeah.
going to be a ton of fun, right? We're going to have a ton of fun together. It's going to be great. 2 short weeks. Remember not to leave here if you have not given Chris a volunteer form previously. If you did not give me one today, like between the 2 of us, please make sure we have one, and we will not have any way to contact you. And then we will be in touch. If for some reason no one of us is not in touch with you in the next 3 days, reach out to us because we've missed something.
Yep. My church email, which is cautry@fccberry.com, is gone kaput. And so you need to use my personal email, which is cmautry1979@gmail.com. And that should be on documents. So if you need to reach me, do that. All right, here's the deal. Before we pray, you guys if you haven't already, come up, sign up in the spots so you'll know which team you're on. If you're a buddy and you want to sign up to be a buddy, sign up to be a buddy, because I'm going to be the buddy leader and for the night. Yeah, why are you laughing, son? You're going to clean your room when you get home. That's what you're going to do, buddy. So, all right. Hey, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Doug and Liz, so much. Let's pray. Father, thank you again for your word. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your love, for you have lavished your grace upon us. God, you have specifically called and placed this opportunity to reach our community in such a unique, fun way in our lap. Lord, I just want you to know that I trust that you'll see us through, and I hope that you are honored by our effort to honor you. And so, Lord, bless our spirits that night. Bless our bodies that night. Give us the right way to think. Give us the right way to feel. And, Lord, I pray that we will, in that night, spread the joy that is only found in Christ, not just to those on the dance floor and those caregivers and parents and volunteers that are in the room, but let our community see that you love this city, you love this community. And so, Father, again, I just say thank you. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, guys, for spending your day with us.